Star Citizen Alpha 4.1 Orbital Assault is now live. This video is going to go over all the major highlights of this new live patch. Everything you need to know about 4.1's release. Imprints are failing, regen is collapsing, death is coming to call. Under new instruction from Imperator Addison, previously restricted scientific research is underway once more, and that means an increased demand for rare resources. With lives and mega profits on the line, greed, panic, and fierce competition are inevitable. Keep your head, get the job done, and don't go it alone. The Empire needs you to stop this crisis. This release is highly focused on mining, mission updates, the Banu Collector, the Align and Mine new event, quality of life, and bug fixing. There was no wipe with this patch beyond customizations, refinery jobs, and consumables, and hopefully that is held true for most players. Server meshing. They have tried out something a bit different with server meshing this time. There's 600 players per shard, and they've got 3 servers running Pyro and 7 running Stanton. Interestingly, this is because of the Align and Mine missions, where they've gone, well, actually, let's give a server to each of the major Align and Mine areas. So yeah, fight for Pyro, supply or die. Those previous events are over, and the B story arc has begun with Align and Mine. So yeah, the regen tech's failing. It's putting the general populace in danger. It's a story arc. It's narrative. It's not death of a spaceman. It's not the mortality of players, which is not coming soon either, but will eventually. So don't worry about all that. Rare materials are needed to help research the issues. Where'd you get these from? Well, there are 2 sets of Hathor facilities in Stanton. One at Daymar and another one at Aberdeen. Moons around Stanton. These have been taken over by the Nine Tails, so they've got an NPC hostile presence, and each of the facilities there consists of 3 outposts and an orbital laser platform, as well as a command bunker. So you go to each of the 3 outposts on one of these moons, align the radar dishes, fight the things there. Danger though, because Valakar are in the area as well. So it's not just the Ninetales, it's also juvenile sandworms. These new burrowing worm fauna will attack when their territories are disturbed. The Valakar fling rocks at their targets to stagger and damage them while moving under the surface to avoid close combat. So we know that they're working on the big sandworms as well, the adults and the giant one. But that's not for this patch, that's not for this event. But yeah, the Valakar are an invasive species, so we're going to be part of this 4.1.x cycle in the future. Some of these monthly patches are going to obviously expand this out. So after you've aligned some of these radar dishes and you've collected some power banks as well at these facilities, you'll go up to the orbital laser platform, which is swarming with enemies. You will put the power banks in, charge the laser there. Then you'll want to go to the control bunker on the ground, fire the laser. This opens up the nearby caves. So in these caves, there are new and valuable minables, both hand and vehicle minables have been split in this patch to make them exclusive for those either hand tools or vehicle roles. Then you'll want to swap these materials with either the Banu Collector or sell them to Riari for Alpha BC to help humanity. There are now new minables that are exclusive to ground vehicles and FPS minables separately. Ground vehicles now get Beridon, Galaskite, and Famelane, as well as in one other one, which is technically redacted in the patch notes. There's also a load of FPS hand minables, Aphorites, Dolivine, Hadnite, Jalanite, and 3 more that are redacted. Go search those mines, get valuable resources, go mining. You're going to be happy with the minables, and it's a mining patch, so there are a couple of mining ships and vehicles. You've got the ATLS Geo, which has been added to the game, which basically goes, I'm a mining mech. That's the idea of it. It also has jump jets, so it can maneuver itself around and do a little jump, although it can only jump for a couple of seconds and then needs to recharge its jump, which it happens pretty fast, so you can actually sort of recharge while you're dropping and then boost again. That's available from $40 to $45 on the RSI website. Really, really cool piece of kit. There's also a starting mining ship, the Drake Golem, which is available from $55 to $60. Focuses very much just on the starting mining profession. It is the true starting mining ship. There are a load of other ships and vehicles on sale as well that are relevant to either fighting at the Hathor facilities or mining or industry. You can also buy some time-limited cosmetic items and stuff like that as well. The Downburst bundle, basically going, oh, there's this new suit of armor that you can get and some cool skins and the vault weapons and stuff like that. So expect some of the new armor and new aesthetics and stuff to be available as a little real money bundle with each of the patches. There are also a load of blue and white skins from the United Resource Workers in-game guild. Anyway, back to the actual patch notes and more relevant things for the patch. Wicklow, the Banu Collector, is now in-game. This collector of fine goods and the first Banu in-game has found their way through the universe and made their way to the Stanton system to begin trading with players for weapons, armor, and ships. This will appear as an intro mission to go and meet them at the trading post inside of an asteroid. There are 3 of these Wicklow Banu Emporiums around Stanton at the moment, and you can find them on the star map. And they've also introduced Rayari, a research company calling for rare materials to help further their research. So yeah, you can, at the Banu Collector, get new weapons, skins, armor, spaceships, even like stuff like a Polaris, although that is quite an intensive mission. And you can expect Wicklow to be a long-term presence in the game, if not permanent, and a way to, between patches, just go, there's cool stuff to loot, collect, and you bring at me these cool things, and I give you cool items. There are some pretty major FPS updates as well, so NPCs around landing zones and outposts have been updated with loads of new dynamic conversation lines and new DNA and faces and animations. Shopkeepers and civilians at derelict settlements now have pistols to defend themselves, and you can see new FPS AI loadouts for like Ninetales and things like that. Item recovery tier 0. So this is one of the most major changes we've had to Star Citizen in a while. It's the initial rollout of item recovery in 4.1. It will be changing, but basically you're going to respawn with the gear that you had equipped. This includes equipped weapons, armor, magazines, and med pens, ensuring that your core loadout is retained. However, items stored in your inventory and backpack and other containers will remain on your body, making them available for loot or retrieval, but your equipped items are going to be unlootable. You respawn with them. This approach helps mitigate item duplication issues in the initial implementation while laying the groundwork for future expansions of the Tier 1 and Tier 2 systems, allowing for actual proper looting and the selling of the items and bricking them. Lots going on there. But in 4.1, items such as magazines and med pens that you have equipped can still be looted from your body. However, you will also respawn with these items, as duplication concerns for these are less concerning. Items in your backpack are fully lootable and lost on respawn. It's just your equipped items that you retain. If you respawn from a landing zone, you will respawn with both your equipped gear and your inventory. So if you fell out of public transport or something weird happened to you at a landing zone, you've respawned, you shouldn't lose those items, and you won't. Also, many missions have been updated for server meshing, including medical beacons, courier missions, Prison O2 repair, the 890 jump boarding action mission. They've enabled place from inventory for items like fuses and key cards and comp boards, allowing you to not have to put stuff into your hands before using them. They've also updated the loot pools for crates and containers. Load of ship updates. So, collision physics updates. Ship collision mass and speed is now calculated in the collision, and this will make smaller ships not damage big ships so much. It's going to behave a lot more realistically. That is a fantastic update. Also, there's a load of additional ships and vehicles added to the shops. You can now purchase the Argo CSV-SM, the Crusader Intrepid, the Anvil Terrapin Medic, the Mirai Pulse LX, and RSI Lynx all in game. There are new mining items in the shops as well. The ATLS can now be destroyed, and there are animations for that, which is good, seeing that we've got the new one in game as well. There was a heavy fighter archetype balance pass, so joint health, thrust power, and max speeds have all been adjusted, making what I assume is a lot of players happy as well. They've modified several ships and remote turrets there to behave as if the turrets are slaved by default. So this affects the Reclaimer, Carrack, Valkyrie, Raft, and Starlifter, giving the pilot access to more weaponry. And this has also seen changes to the Corsair, as the pilot has access to all the nose and wing weapons. Some other updates as well. There's the new Vault parallax assault rifle, and there's been a weapon rebalance, including nerfing the grenade launcher, tweaking the P8AR, so you can't alpha damage hip shooter anymore. They've added that Theatres of War map at Crossroads of Crime, which is absolutely massive for Arena Commander, and Astor's clearing to Arena Commander as well. And beyond that, there's tons of fixes, performance improvements, and just a lot going on with the patch. I very much recommend having a look at the Banu Collector, Banu Emporiums that are around the verse, because there's some cool stuff to see there. There's, as you might have seen previously, they've got like a ATLS combat suit and stuff like that on display, lots of Easter eggs, and there's going to be a load of stuff to get from the Banu Collector in the future, but there's a load of stuff to get from them now. That Align and Mine sort of event as well that's going on is really interesting, because you don't really need to fight other people there beyond the 9 towers. You can just work together with people and then share the minables. There may be a bit of PvP going on there as well, but due to the nature of you being able to respawn pretty easily with your loadout and do that from medical bed or whatever, you don't have to worry so much. As long as you haven't committed too much of a crime, you're going to be in a good sort of place. So it's just an interesting one. I'm interested to know what other players' experiences of 4.1 are, and of Align and Mine, of the Banu Collector missions. Are you going to be grabbing yourself either the new Drake Golem or the ATS Geo? How playable is the patch for you? Is it great? Absolutely awesome, they fixed all your bugs that you had problems with? Or is it terrible, you're unable to play the game, it's the worst build ever? And whatever your thoughts or questions, chuck it in the comments below. You've got a couple more days as well to get involved with our giveaway. Throughout March, we're giving away a Super Hornet Mark II with Heartseeker kit and lifetime insurance and a game package kindly given to us by CIG. Comment on any of my videos made during March to be in for a chance of winning that. We've also got things like Tobii Eye Tracker currently on sale. Use the links down below if you want to get one of those precision head and eye tracking doobries for Star Citizen and a load of other games as well. NordVPN! Oh, why wouldn't you want a VPN? I can't tell you because I only know reasons to actually get one for better accessibility, security, and privacies on the interwebs. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your March and a fantastic April with Alpha 4.1. And yeah, tell us what you think in the comments below. I'll see you in the verse.